Hello, what happened on the day? The winds were gusting at 56 miles an hour. And we were scheduled to go on the 9-minute Logan Air flight in a 10-seat Islander aircraft from Kirkwall to Stronsay. It was so rough and windy that all the North Island ferries were cancelled for the day, and so were flights from Kirkwall to Edinburgh and Aberdeen, also cancelled. Hello friends, I'm Nigel. Thanks very much for watching, and I do hope you can like and subscribe. It all started the week before Jennifer and I had to go to Aberdeen for her UK Home Office leave to remain here, as she's Canadian and we were married almost 6 years ago and have lived in the UK ever since. The last plane I went on 6 years ago took 10 hours and it was from Canada to Heathrow. The next flight I will be taking will be 9 minutes, and that's what I call a very big improvement. Normally, when we go to the mainland, we take the car ferry, but looking at the forecast, we decided to book the scheduled 10-seat Logan airplane from Stronsay to Kirkwall. It's only a 9-minute flight, and then it takes a slightly larger airplane, a 50-seater, from Kirkwall to Aberdeen. It only takes 45 minutes, and decided to go several days earlier just in case the weather delayed us. The wind was only 40 miles an hour, but all the ferries had been cancelled. And the flight with about 8 people on board took just 9 minutes, and we were soon all in Kirkwall. We then flew to Aberdeen. Jen had her Home Office meeting, which went very well, and then we both flew back to Kirkwall, leaving us with just one 9-minute flight returning back to Stronsay. So the wind speed was 56 miles an hour, according to the BBC and the Met Office, and only 2 scheduled flights were due to leave Kirkwall that day to Aberdeen and Edinburgh, and they have both been cancelled because of the very high winds. So we were beginning to wonder if we'd be going at all. Now, I lived on the Isle of Wight in the 60s as a boy, and the Britain Normand Islander was built there, and I was very proud of that. But for the last 56 years, I didn't know. It's been built in Romania, but 6 months ago, production has moved back to the Isle of Wight, so I think that's really nice. So one person did ask the pilot if they would be able to return later back in the day on the next scheduled flight, but he was unable to guarantee and said that he just has to assess the situation as it is at the time. So that person didn't get on the plane because they didn't have anywhere to stay the night on Stronsay. So the Islander plane we got on only had the pilot, Jennifer, me, and one other lady. I think we got back faster than usual because of the tailwind, and we were soon back approaching Stronsay. The plane doesn't fly very high, and the scenery is wonderful, just wonderful. I've seen hairy landings on YouTube before, and sorry to disappoint you, but this was the perfect landing from a very experienced pilot. Sorry, no drama, excitement, just a plane. Boring flight in a tiny little plane with the wind gusting at 56 miles an hour. Probably helped it was directly full on and not side, and the pilot probably knew this, and he may not have taken off if he knew it was going to be a side wind when he got to Stronsay. I don't know. Anyway, it's a 9-minute scheduled flight with the tailwind. It felt like it was barely 5 minutes, and it's one of the shortest scheduled flights in the country. But it's not quite the shortest scheduled flight in the country, as the legendary YouTuber Tom Scott did a video on the flight from the island of Westray to Papa Westray, and that's just 2 minutes scheduled flight from takeoff to landing, and it's in the same Islander plane. Also, the even more legendary Robert Llewellyn from Fully Charged and Everything Electric, certainly famous in my mind from his role of the brilliant character Crichton in Red Dwarf.
Oh, that is just so superb, sir. How do you do that? Especially calling a banana an aardvark. An aardvark isn't even a fruit. It's total genius.
And host of Scrap Heap Challenge and many more shows. Loves coming to Orkney, but I don't think he's been on a plane. But seems to think it can get very windy here. I don't know where he gets that idea. I really don't. Anyway, thank you very much for getting this far. Hope you can like and subscribe. See you next time. Hope you don't forget to take your reusable coffee mug wherever you go. Thanks very much. Bye.